Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hit the bell, subscribe. We have new content coming out daily. Make sure you subscribe. God bless you guys. There's this movement to try to get rid of meat in our society. I think it's really damaging. It's not scientific. I think it's trying to create metrosexual beta males that are more subservient to a tyrannical government.
We've been demonizing meat, and especially cattle, for such a long time. And we've just, and I say by we, I mean just the people have kind of just been sitting by silently just letting it happen. And we have to stop. The meat is actually good for you. It's what, being a carnivore is what produces testosterone in men. It's what
literally.
Literally. So we have to eat meat. It's what makes us
it's
whole, what makes us men, actually.
Right.
You know. So
well, and you want, I mean, just so everyone's clear, the testosterone. We don't know if it's necessarily only because of this, but testosterone rates are down like 80% from where they were 30 or 40 years ago. The average male in his 20s or 30s has a 280 to 350 free testosterone rate, where it should be between 750 and 900, just looking at the spectrum.
That's right.
And no one wants to talk about this. And if you go to Seattle and Portland, you can see it. I mean, the men are basically feminized women. I'm not saying that eating meat will solve all the problems, but it certainly won't hurt. But they're also trying to get rid of meat because of climate change, too.
Yeah. And, you know, there as of January of this year, there's a little over 28 million cattle in the U.S. raised for beef. 200 years ago, there were over 60 million bison roaming North America.
What happened?
No, well, my point is there were 60 million bison roaming freely, and there was no climate change issues. We only have half of that raised for beef in the U.S. right now, and like I said, there's just this demonization of beef. And for some reason, the U.S. beef gets it worse than, I don't know, places like China. I don't know if you've been to a steakhouse recently or lately, but this is a pet peeve of mine. Every steakhouse I go to, the first thing they want to sell you is Japanese A5 or Japanese Wagyu.
Wagyu beef, sure.
Right. And, but yet we're demonizing American ranches, American beef that's raised here, which personally believe is the best beef in the world.
It's just support your country too.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
So it's goodranchers.com, promo code Charlie. There's several aspects to this, but if any of you guys are like, oh, I'm going to go plant-based, be very careful with that. Be very careful, especially if you're a man. I'm telling you, you have, it's possible, but the protein, you have to literally just be like, just dumping pea protein into your shakes to even get to equilibrium, or you could have a nice steak.
That's right.
Right, Ben? I mean, this is, I also believe there's amino acid benefits to eating meat. And some people say, oh, well, red meat has heart issues. Yeah, if you're like 300 pounds overweight.
Yeah, it's old science. I mean, it's not even science, but it's old data. Many nutritionists today, I mean, you can Google it, look it up for yourself. They'll tell you meat is essential. Meat is
essential. Andrew Huberman, who is really well respected, Stanford neuroscientist who does a series of long-form podcasts on just the data. He was asked, they said, by Peter Attia, or somebody asked him, they said, if you could just eat one thing, if you had only to eat one thing, where it checked all the boxes, he said, oh, a good steak. He said it checks. You get protein, you get good fats. There's no carbohydrates, amino acids, and
there's the thing. We need fats, and the fats
we do.
Found in meat
are the highest
animal
quality.
Fats are good for you, and you need fats. In the 70s, we started this war against fat, everything fat-free, with the processed food.
And we wonder. By the way, you need in the hormone production. The hormone production sequence. Fats are a necessary precursor to create testosterone. Now, too much fat could be bad for you. However, I mean, too much saturated fat, your body doesn't do that. However, it's actually carbohydrates that are the problem, a lot more than fats.
Our obesity problem in the U.S. isn't coming from red meat; it's coming from donuts.
Carbohydrates, and your body turning that into glucose and then storing it as fat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it's goodranchers.com. You guys can use promo code Kirk for it. Burgers and prime pork box and the cattleman and the cowboy. And it's just a terrific company, easy to navigate website. Really quick, Ben.
And right now we're doing 2 pounds of ground beef for 2 years with your subscription. So subscribe and get 2 pounds
amazing.
free for 2 years.